Like you listen to Six News with me, Russell Howard. I hope you're very well indeed on this Sunday morning. How are you, John?
I'm alright.
Wait.
How are you, Russell?
Not too bad. Well, I'm a bit, as you know, I'm a bit ill. So it's a bit of a problem, really. So if I cough and splutter throughout the show, I'm not doing it to annoy you. It'll probably be really, not you, but the people listening at home be horrible. And I'm going to do one now. So, John, fill the air. What a hideous start to the show. And I should be the one that's ill, because you're the one that had the horrible journey here.
Yeah, damn right. Megabus, Edinburgh, 9 hours.
How much?
£10.50.
That's not what, for Edinburgh?
Yeah, free Edinburgh. That's what you have to say. You don't say from Edinburgh.
Right, yeah, but you want to get that
Edinburgh.
right, or you're in real trouble.
Why?
Well, you get beaten up. If you try and do a Scottish impression and then fall out of it, never a good thing. Hello there, how are you? And if, you know, certain words you struggle on, like, I can never say Russell in my voice. So, you know.
Try.
Russell! You know, it just sounds...
That was Geordie, that.
Yeah, well, exactly, that's a snag, you know. I remember I once tried to order a Ribena at a bar, and I thought about doing it in a Scottish accent.
Why?
Because I was in Scotland, John, and I thought if I said it, I was quite young at the time, and I thought somehow I was going to get to the bar and go, I would like a Ribena, please, and everyone, right, let's get them. But so I toyed with the idea of doing it in, in a Scottish accent.
I think in a Scottish accent when I'm in Scotland.
Do you?
Oh, the same. Wherever I am, I find myself thinking in the accent of that place. Which is awkward because it nearly gets you beaten up. What's the longest coach journey you've ever done?
Good question, John.
Thanks, Russell.
I don't know. Probably. I don't really go on coaches. Different lifestyles, you and me.
I wouldn't have gone on the yesterday really taught me. There's something so crude about going by coach.
Oh my God, how snobbish did you say? There's something so vulgar about the people who would propel themselves along in this ragged way.
Well, for a start, I never said that.
Yeah, but
there's, you know, like when you fly, you feel like a businessman going off to do business in business town.
Well, that's where we differ, because whenever I fly, you've seen me, my temptation as we take off is to go, yeah. And I don't think many businessmen do that.
No, that's true.
So what's wrong with the busing?
It's just, like, there's a romance about the train, and there's something quite independent and free about driving, but the coaches just makes you feel like a battery hen. Tough times for the battery hen, I should leave him alone.
That's a fair point. Did you meet any friends? Because you're up all night. I was quite excited for you. I thought he's going to meet a like-minded soul here.
I met an obese man snoring.
Did you get on?
You get 2 seats when you're obese, but not when you're not obese.
Okay, good.
This is the law.
So what are you saying there? Fat people are trying to get a bargain.
Oh, do you know what I don't like?
What don't you like, John? This could be an hour-long section.
Yeah.
Do you know what I don't like? Well, that narrows it down.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly.
If you sit, like on a bus, right, we're all getting on the bus, and the driver was very rude.
Oh, here we go.
Very
What he
rude.
probably was a lovely man who said hello to you.
He was not a lovely man.
What happened, John?
He was loading up everyone's satchels into the boot.
Nice.
Right.
We got on a school trip. We're going to Durdle Door. We're going to have the time of our life.
And he never said, you got to tell me where your bag's gone, because I got to know which bag. He never said that. So people were passing him his bags, and he took great delight every time and going, well, where you going then? So they would go Sheffield, and he's going, well, right. And then this little girl needed her bag back out because it had her code in it, and he refused to get her bag out. And said,
had her code in it?
A little access code to get on the bus. You know, like a stream of numbers that proves that you've paid for a ticket.
Or did you have to do that
As
now?
if you try and sneak on a 9-hour uncomfortable coach.
Now, I think a lot of people have learnt a lot about you over the last couple of weeks, John. Did you memorise that code?
No, it's a big, long one.
Really?
Long. I could have memorised it, because there's actually, like, the code is made up of the constituent parts of the journey time.
That would have been terrific, wouldn't it? Just him being all arsey and getting really annoyed. Oh, there you go, another bag. And you, see, M123, X12. Check in.
They wouldn't thank you for it, though. I had it written down in my diary.
Of course he did.
Snatched
Incredible.
my diary off me and held it under the light so he could check it.
Oh, my God.
But I had my credit card details written down there because I'd paid, so he could have been memorising my credit card details.
That's not the worst thing. I've had a flick of your diary. I mean, it's awkward that you should find out now, but yeah. You've written some incredible stuff in there. Are we on about the diary?
Well, it was after a gig as well, and after a gig I write down what I've done and any ad-libs. So if I've said, you know, something about someone putting a melon somewhere and it's been funny, I'll write it down. So he could have read my access code, and then I did a joke about sticking a melon up someone's backside.
We've just got an email in from Lizzie Edwards, Deal, that says, hi Adam. Who's our producer. He says, just seeing if you made it in okay, we're listening in. Lizzie and Fran.
Beast.
2 ladies.
What lovely ladies they are.
2 ladies.
Unbelievable.
Where would you start? It's impossible. I'd find that terrifying, a threesome. It's like getting on a roundabout. You never quite know when you're supposed to start it. You didn't have a threesome. They're emailing in. So...
Lizzie and Fran.
Nice girls.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, what happened?
Do the show.
Nice comeback. Do the show. Well, we're trying to do the show, and our listeners are emailing in, and we want to speak to them. Just seeing if you made it in okay.
I did, thank you. Yes, I'm here.
Well, that's why they've emailed. So, let's...
Just seeing if you got out of your costume okay.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it, if they've got photos of it. Is that... Adam, bloody hell. Well, we're never going to get emails, are we, like that? That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
I met 2 people who listen to the show in Edinburgh. Hi, Jane and Jim.
Oh, this is right, yes. Now, John's quest to find a lady. Go on, tell everyone.
Well, 2 girls came up to me and asked if I wanted to go for a drink, and I said no. And then Jane and Jim said to me, we were really glad you didn't go for a drink with those girls, because we've listened to the show, and we didn't think that's the kind of thing you would do.
Oh, how lovely is that?
I've made a real rod for my own back, if you'll pardon the expression.
My mum said that. She went, now, I used to really love your friend John, but I've been listening to the show, and he's like an old woman. He's worse than me. And I said, yeah, but that's the beauty of him, isn't it? He's a lovely old lady. And my mum went, yeah, I suppose he is a lovely old lady, yeah. And that's the beautiful thing.
Nice. I am a lovely old lady. Well, that's the nicest thing that's ever been said about me.
You know how highly I hold you.
Do you know, I said yes when they first came over. I was flummoxed. I didn't know what to say, so I said yes. And then I had to go over and say, I've had to think about it and I'm tired.
Did you? Well, hang on a minute. So you had... See, I'd find that terrifying if somebody came over and went, do you want to go for a drink?
I'll get stuffed, as if that's never happened to you.
No, it doesn't.
You jumped straight to base Hudson, as we now know it.
Yeah. But that's... No,
we wanted to know if you wanted to go for a sex drink.
I've never had that kind of offer, well, you know. But what's lovely about that is you panicked, which I don't associate you with panic in any way. But would you like to go for it? Yes, very much so. And then hopefully a stationer's. And then you thought about it and went back. You should have gone for a drink. It might have been great.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Because I was in a grumpy mood because I was tired. And I just thought, I don't want, you know. And you people who see you at gigs only see a lie.
It's interesting. There was a thing on Richard and Jude the other day about people who, I don't know the name of the website. Oh, I'll tell you what, while we're here, right, talking of websites, John showed this to me last week. His fan, no, don't worry, it's nothing like that. Look at Adam Hudson getting all worried. You found out my webcam, it's alright, it's going to be fine. The dancing elf. But, there is a thing, if you go to YouTube and type the words laughing baby, have a look at that now, text us back, it's the funniest thing you will ever see. It's absolutely brilliant. John passed on to me, didn't you?
I did pass it on to you, yeah.
Very excited, give it a listen, and I think Adam's going to it now. You genuinely have to look at it. It will brighten up your day. I'm considering doing it before my stand-up gigs, but I'm not so sure I can follow it. Putting on a big screen, it's the most uplifting one.
You can't steal it. Copyright, mate.
Yeah, it's that as well. And also, you're stealing from a baby. It feels really wrong. Yeah, it's really, really Jeffy. But the thing is about train travel. That's what we were talking about.
Coach travel. We were talking about, Russell.
Yes.
Now, when you get on a bus, everyone wants 2 seats. Am I wrong? You don't want someone sat next to you. Mm-hmm. But what you do, you sit in the seat by the window. And you wait and see if that seat is needed, and then you have it. You don't sit in the aisle seat and put your bag on the window seat so that people can't even access the seat should they need it.
No. See, what I do is I sit on the aisle seat and then put my bag in the top compartment, but I kind of lean over slightly.
You sit in the aisle seat because you know people are too timid to ask you to move to sit in there.
Yeah.
So little old women who need the seat will
absolutely
walk past you.
No, but if they need the seat, I'll give it up. I'm a lovely guy.
Yeah, no, you sit in the window seat, and then, you know, if people want to sit next to you, then you know, if that seat is needed.
I love an old lady on a train. I had a cracking conversation with one on the way to Nottingham. It was great. Her phone was ringing, and she was really, probably talking really, yes, dear? Yes? No, yes, it'll be, no. Oh, I'm afraid it's all gone. No, it's all gone. Sorry about that. Yes, see you at 5. And then she put the phone down, looked over and went, my granddaughter? And he's sort of doing that thing of, went, yes, she's staying. I just told her, and she looked really happy the way she was telling me, I just told her that there was no spaghetti bolognese left. There is. It's a little trick I played. She'll get home. It's full of spaghetti bolognese, but I told her there wasn't. Oh! And then sort of looked away and chuckled at herself. It was great. You know, that's what you're on about, the romance of a train. There's something, when you decide to share with someone on a train, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, this is the other thing. I think I hate that.
No, you don't. You
That
love it.
British. This was happening on the coach. Every time the coach stopped for more than 30 seconds, even at traffic lights, all the people who smoke were huddling around the driver going, "We stopping then, we stopping, can we have a fag, we stopping?"
Yeah.
And we just at traffic lights, just go and sit down, just can't, 9 hours, let's just get there, and then you can have a fag. But then you get outside, and I'm not sure if I love or hate that British, let's make the best of a bad situation, we're all in the same boat, mend and make do, let's chat, trench warfare, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you about my sister. I don't care.
Really?
I just don't care.
Oh, I love all that. Nice ramble. I'd love to have been in an Anderson shelter during the war. Been great. I bet they got it.
Yeah,
on.
in the war, fine, but the war's over now, and it's all that, oh, the coach is uncomfortable, isn't it? Yes, I know I'm sat on the coach, next to you, I'm partly uncomfortable because of you. Let's not talk about the uncomfortableness and make it okay. Let's all expect a little bit more, and things might get better.
Jon Richardson has just been waxing lyrical about the dolphin.
Yes.
And he can also do an impression of them.
Oh, that was a terrible one.
Come on,
Rubbish.
That's fine, we'll do a really good one, like, here, Flipper, have some fish.
No, I'm not doing another one. Can't do 2 in a row.
Nice that you've got a theory on it. Bloody hell. Do you know what I mean? Having a silly little bit of fun there. And then, no, you can't do 2 in a row, simple. Have you not seen the diary?
You can't walk over 3 drains.
Yeah, but I would do 2 dolphin impressions if I had the ability. I'll try. It's not good enough, is it? It's like a moped trying to start.
Hey, we've had a text in.
What?
Hi, Russell.
Yes.
I'm also suffering with your illness. Get better soon. I'm a big fan of yours, Amy Cheshire.
Amy Cheshire?
How
Amy
she caught your illness, Russell?
Oh, John, please. She's got a cold like me.
Yeah, and how did she get it?
I don't know, John. She's got a cold.
Yeah, you want to watch that.
What are you implying, mate?
One of the old sex colds.
Ah, come on. I haven't got any sex colds, and I certainly wouldn't be able to give anyone a sex cold if I... Right, great. I've got one from Bert Ring. That's a brilliant name. Oh, no, it's not. It's from Sal, but her email address is Bert Ring. Fair enough. That would have been too good to be true. If you imagine that being called Bert Ring. Anyways, she says, hi, Russ. I've just done the laughing baby thing. It's good, but funny babies is better. A set of quads. Really? Wow, that's quite cool. Apparently, so that's quads laughing.
Did she have the sound turned up high? Because you've got to really hear the laughing baby for
What?
it to be good.
The annoying thing about an email, John, I can't ask her back. So if you're listening, Sal, did you have the sound up high?
Goddamn technology.
Exactly.
When will it stop?
Hi, Russell, from Jason. Just seen it. That is brilliant. Fantastic. That's cool. Keep it going.
And return the favour if there's anything cool we should be looking at.
Yeah, it's very rare. I showed my mum the laughing baby, and don't raise your eyebrows like that, you beast. That sounded like a hideous euphemism, didn't it? I showed my mum the laughing baby. What on earth? Hideous. Why have you made me think that hideous thought?
I just raised my eyebrows, mate.
Yeah, like a beast.
I just had a little bit of windy pops, and you've set yourself up on this train of destruction.
Acting like a right scallywag. I'm just gonna... And now, every time I say the phrase, do you want to see the laughing baby? That'd be a great nickname, though, wouldn't it?
Not as good as Big Boy.
Yeah, well, he won't be fighting, unfortunately.
Now... Yeah, text us in. What's the number,
Hey,
Russell?
I tell you what it is, John. It's 64046. Or, my friend, they can email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk because we're going to do Am I Normal, aren't we?
We are going to do Am I Normal?
Well, we'll do it after the news. But let's trail it with a cracker that we've had from last week. If I can find it.
Bit late for crackers, mate.
Lovely. John's doing very well there.
I'm having to be cheeky this morning because my brain can't function to intelligent jokes. So there'll be a lot of puns and sexual double entendre this morning.
Lovely. This is from Lucy. It says, when I go along motorways or roads in the car, I always imagine an enormous grass strimmer type thing attached to the car, extending sideways, cutting the verge as the car goes along. If we come to a pole or lamppost, the strimmer has to quickly retract so as not to hit it, and then shoot back out to carry on trimming the grass. Brilliant. I used to do that, but I didn't pull it back in. I'd jump over. Wonderful. So that's the kind of thing we're after, those weird little things, and every time Lucy travels, she will not be able to do that. Text us in 64046, email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk with all the quirky little things you do, and we'll create a community of freaks. We were talking about this earlier, that I think that would be John's perfect job, to be like a store announcement kind of guy at Asda.
A store commentator.
Commentator, that'd be great. Just, you know, normally it's the bing bong, we've got a special on cheese or whatever, just you. Oh, you're never eating that. Oh, no way. No, you don't have ham with that. You do not have. Move away from the cold meat aisle. You'd love that, wouldn't you? What would be your dream job?
This, mate, I'm having the time of my life.
Hey, you're moving to Swindon soon, let's be
Yeah,
honest. Things are looking up.
Thursday, Friday.
That's a good question. If you could be anybody, who would you be?
For a day,
For a day, mate, yeah.
Stephen Gerrard.
Stevie G. Who's one of your celebrity boyfriends?
Yeah, celebrity husband, Stephen Gerrard. No, he's yours.
That's
David
right.
Beckham's mine.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
I'm opening up the American market.
For people who don't realise what we're on about, you might be slightly scared. Hang on a minute. Russell Howard's married to Stephen Gerrard. Well,
Yeah.
what in our flat we've got a rule. We've got
Whatever happened to Abby Titmus?
absolutely stop it, John. For pity's sake. But we've got 3 celebrity wives and 3 celebrity husbands.
Yeah.
And and mine's
Mine are shedding.
who? Oh yeah, this is the interesting thing. What interesting? Now, John has got a big thing for Tina O'Brien from Coronation Street. He's got a calendar on his wall.
I
And
did have last year.
Yeah, and he has a chat with her. It's very funny. So, like, late at night, you could hear him getting in from a gig. Hello, Tina, how are we? Like that. And I swear at times I've heard us faintly muffled, not bad, John, not bad. Yeah, and you'll hear him repeating, I was very good tonight, Tina, very good.
I never say that, I'm modest.
Oh, come on. You're a phenomenal comic, and you've told us so many times. But it's great when I've genuinely heard him have an argument with her, where he's got to the stage where it's now like a realistic, hello, what are you looking at? She's not looking at anything, John. She's just a poster. She bloody knows what she's playing at.
I tell you, she likes a bit of back chat.
Does she?
She knows when I'm in a bad mood and she pushes me. But she's got married, so
Yes,
that's her
this
off
is
the
news.
list.
So it's really scary when your carefully fabricated imaginary life comes tumbling down when you realise that she's a very happy lady and she's getting married to one of her co-stars.
Yeah, and Jennifer Ellison is engaged to a guy called Tony Richardson. You're fooling no one. You're fooling no one.
So close.
Yeah.
See, you wouldn't have Jennifer Ellison and Tina O'Brien. Who was your other one?
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. Yeah, we're not allowed near her.
She's got OCD.
Yes, she has. That's why he likes her. How great is that? Not only is she incredibly attractive, but she can count how many matchsticks that you drop.
Yeah. Oh, I don't drop matchsticks.
No.
I have to go back to bed if that happens. It's a bad start to the day. Not allowed to drop stuff.
It's a bad start to the day and a fairly weird start.
Really
in that you're
angry.
getting up and trying to start a fire.
Well, you know, light the oven. You can't find the matches though, because someone's got them in their bedroom for lighting candles for Abby Titmus.
Well, do you want to take all of that back? A, I'm not allowed candles. B, because I'll burn the flat down. Abby Titmus has been nowhere near my flat. Our flat. Oh, that was awkward.
Yeah.
Right, what's your Am I Normal anyway? So actually, yeah, well, let's get into that. It'd be quite good fun. Text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with who you'd like to be if you could swap lives with anyone for a day. I was talking about this with my friend James Dowdwell.
Who's under the desk?
Who's not under the desk. I leant down, I've dropped my pen. And who's a wonderful man. You know
One.
What?
I was just counting the number of pens you've dropped.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just in case Jessica's listening.
Yeah, how great would that be if Jessica went, oh my god, he's just so northern and so right all the time. I like the idea she's maybe playing with a protractor. Do you know what I mean? Just teasing you with talk of stationery.
Is that a euphemism?
Not in any way. Why are you doing this morning?
I told you I was going to do it. I'm tired. Playing with a protractor sounds like it might be a euphemism.
Is that what you pull in the stationers? Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I see you've got a ruler there. Hello.
Fountain pen, is it?
Yeah. But, and he said he'd quite like to be Gabby Roslin, which was a fairly weird one.
Why?
I've no idea. He quite fancies her. So
She's on the downslide, isn't she?
well,
Gabby
he
Roslin?
likes the idea of being Gabby, because Michael Hutchins said that, wouldn't he? If he could be anyone, he quite likes the idea of being a lady that he's laying with. You know, that'd be horrible. I'd find that really depressing. You know, like having, you know,
Oh, I couldn't look at myself.
with yourself. Yeah, well, you just find out you're really rubbish, and you just be sat there going,
Oh, I've
God.
been told.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you really?
There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, have you been told?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Not in words.
Oh my gosh, she's done a drawing.
Yeah.
Just a collage. What does that represent? Well, the fact that I'm on the floor vomiting
Yeah.
is...
You never forget the look in a woman's eyes the moment she anticlimaxes. It's quite a moment.
Christ. Adam Hudson there laughing. He's got no idea what that means. He's too busy
Yeah.
replying to many emails.
Well, he's got another one to go on to. If he fails with the first one, he'll just pick up and say, "Can you give me any pointers while I do it?"
Yeah. Watch,
You are so wrong.
watching Kimmy
in
Tips.
many ways.
I am wrong in many ways, but right in millions.
Two ladies indeed.
Yeah. And they're listening in as well, so he's clearly been using us to get women.
Yeah, he has, John.
My little night out turns into your weird, surreal fantasy world, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, I've got to think about something on the coach. I couldn't get my mind off pork and pickle pies I really wanted a pork and pickle pie.
Hang on a minute. Are these the girls you've met? Or what are the two girls from Scotland? You've given them nicknames already?
Yeah.
Hello, pickle pie. Hello, pork. Why couldn't you keep your mind off
I
them?
really wanted one, and I thought the driver kept stopping at service stations.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's play Dance Floor by the Holloways and see if people can guess why John wanted a pork and pickle pie, and you can win the prize, which could be a pork and pickle pie. We'll get a photo
I'm
of you.
giving away a pork and pickle pie to someone who guesses why I want a pork and pickle pie.
Just stop acting up, all right?
Lots of mixed feedback and emails and stuff. Laughing Baby, a lot of people not really going for it
You're joking.
on YouTube.
Really?
Some people even think that the baby's putting it on.
What?
Angelina from Box, that baby is just humouring someone and faking it.
No.
And then someone says that Laughing Baby is a classic thanks for the tip, which, given that we now agreed that the Laughing Baby is a euphemism, that's
It's not a euphemism, I'll just point out, my mum listens to this show and you've had me down as flashing my laughing baby at her.
I saw the Laughing Baby and didn't really like it, although that may be because I don't like babies. But I don't like babies, but then that made me want to have a baby.
Absolutely, that's the beauty
Not
of it.
have a baby.
No, make a baby.
Recognise, I know science, I've got A-levels, so just back off.
And it's chat-up lines like that that lead to him becoming a parent. Hey up, I've got A-levels, no I don't, you'll come near me.
You must do that, though, when you get to gigs in, like, theatres and stuff, and it's quite posh people.
Yeah.
You find yourself trying to justify your intelligence.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? Yeah. Hello. Oh, gosh. It's just throwing out. I said, I implied I had a duplicitous sphincter yesterday. Yeah, just nice language. And they were,
I'm glad I got you that thesaurus.
I'm very good. Oh, yeah.
People said it was money wasted.
Ed Byrne had a right go at me the other day, because I've got a thesaurus in my back, and, he was like, what have you got that for? You shouldn't have a thesaurus. That's cheating. Like, no, it's not. I just don't know that many words. I like words. That's my am I normal. I could happily spend half an hour looking at, words in a thesaurus. Love that.
Yeah, but then what disappoints me is I went through a phase of trying to learn a word a week.
Yeah, you did. I
And you
remember
just-
that. Oh, that was one of the first things I liked about you when we first met.
Yeah,
No,
you hated me when we first
I
met.
did first of all. Yeah, you were really cocky, but
I wasn't cocky.
all right, there. My name's Jon Richardson. Yeah, through to the file.
Yeah, I was cocky about that, telling people my name. My name's Jon Richardson, so you better just deal with that.
Yeah, you remember that shirt you had?
I like your start. Hello, my name's Tom Higgins.
I didn't say that.
I don't want to show off and tell you my real name. Because you're going to get pretty excited if I tell you it's... Well, I can't tell you. It rhymes with Bustle Howard. And it
Tell me.
starts with R. And it's not Rebustle Howard.
Anyway, I'm Russell. It was lovely, but I remember that was one of the first things I found out about you. Oh yes, I quite like to learn a word a week. That's what I do.
I just grabbed you in W.H. Smith's and started talking to you.
That was
didn't
it. Yeah, you had a bag full of stationery. It was incredible. You're right there. It was weighing down. Hey,
I?
get me.
Fiddling with me protractor.
But yeah, what was the? What's your favourite word? Wangle. Always oscillates a cracker. Words that really roll. You know.
Favourite word. That's really tough. We invented a word at school. We used to do that. We invented the word ramacramar.
Ramacramar.
Yeah, and we
does it
managed
mean?
to get an art teacher to use it in a lesson because art teachers are really pretentious. So when she was going around, my mate Louis said, she said, "Oh, I really like your piece, Louis." And he said, "Yeah." It's quite ramacramar, isn't it, miss? And she said, yes, and then used it in front of the class.
Did you really? That's a result. We had on a similar thing we did at school. I was thinking about it, about the gambling laws coming in and stuff like that. We used to do a thing where we'd try and get the word monkey in as many times in a lesson, and you'd be quite clever about it. You kind of go, "Stop acting like a monkey, Tom. You're a right cheeky monkey. You're a naughty monkey." And my friend Stephen once stood up with about 30 seconds to go. I was about 15-6 up, and he shouted the word monkey about 50 times at a teacher. Just literally, "Monkey, monkey, monkey." And she was screaming, "Get out, get out." He won £4 that day.
I'd have been geeky about it. I'd have gone, saw a fella walking down the street with a tonsil the other day. I thought he'd be a monkey.
Lovely.
Because Bristol, that's how you talk, innit, you
Yeah.
Bristol people.
Wow.
Should we do some of my normals?
Let's do it, mate.
Cheers, Stuart, France. So you know this one's good because it's continental.
What, he's from France? He's listening in France?
Yeah.
That's exciting, isn't it?
In Amazame, which I've never heard of.
Hey, that's probably a made-up word. He's probably tricking us.
Yeah.
Ramacnamar.
Pretty sure it's not near Swindon, so I'm going to believe it is in France.
Scagglebug.
When I tear a sheet of kitchen roll off and it doesn't tear off completely, then I can't use it and must tear another sheet off.
Right.
That's it with that one. But you see, I do that, but I would never admit to that. In these days of environmental conscience, to waste a piece of paper. I get really angry when I go toilet, and the toilet paper doesn't have good perforations on it, and it doesn't tear in a line across.
I can vouch for that. I've heard his screams. There are no perforations! And then you burst in, he gets angry.
There's a lot of ones for, like,
Stop
people...
looking at my laughing baby, he cries.
There's a lot of ones for people driving. Hannah from Derbyshire says, when I was little and travelling on the motorway, I used to sit in the back on the left and was looking at the grass, and I used to think there were little mice carrying the grass and the road so that we weren't actually moving. And she still thinks that now.
Well, she's incredible.
She says she saw you last night, she thought you were awesome, and she hopes you get well soon.
What's all this? I'm dying. That's a lovely thing. I love all stuff like that.
We had someone loves the Violent Femmes track. Is it Femmes or is it Fam?
Femmes, I think.
Femmes, yeah.
The Violent Femmes. Buster in the sun, yeah, it's great. Blister in the sun, even.
When waiting for traffic lights to turn green, I start counting down from 10, hoping that it will change when I get to 0. If it doesn't look like changing, I start counting slower and slower so that I always win.
Me and Kitson used to do that. The brilliant comedian Daniel Kitson, when I was supporting him on tour years ago, when it was red on the traffic lights, we'd put a hand out of the window and go, could you change, please? Russell Howard. Yep, just done very well at a gig, and it wouldn't. And then he'd go, Daniel Kitson here, Perrier Award winner, and it wouldn't change, and then you'd have a go. And it's a really great feeling when you go, but you slightly cheeky go, yes, the other day I did very well. Thank you, green.
We had a traffic...
that was the best traffic example. Right, we're not really that laddish, but we played a game. Whenever we come to London, because John gets very, very, very cross when he arrives in London and starts screaming, you have to do the windows up and make sure, because he gets very upset. Don't like it, look at them everywhere, bloody hell, Christ, ow! But we were playing a game. When we saw a girl that we found attractive, this is horrible, but we shouted out, bang.
I didn't invent this game.
No, it was invented by our friend Mark, who is borderline registered. Yeah. But anyways, lovely bloke, and he's got a new girlfriend who might be listening. Anyways, but this is awkward. But he's a lovely man. Anyways, he invented the bang game. And we were playing it, you know, been a few gentle bangs, on the way, bang, 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 bang. And we hadn't played it for about half an hour. We got to this traffic light, right? Stopped, and then from nowhere, we hadn't spoke. You know when you're that comfortable with someone, you don't have to speak, so lovely, kind of, just you can be quiet and you can enjoy the serene peace. Suddenly, from nowhere, John screams out, bang, 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 bang! Because he'd seen 5 girls that he really found attractive. Scared the hell out of me.
Someone says, where's John from? His accent annoys me.
Well, he's from Lancashire and his accent's beautiful.
Yeah, so, and then, right, here we go. Sam Schaefer in Melksham.
Yeah.
Melksham, of all places.
Sure, easy, this is how it started last week.
Your show has made me cry. John is moving to Swindon. A bit melodramatic, but he deserves it. I go to college in Swindon, and already I've seen it's not the most desirable of areas to live in. It's precisely why I'm moving there.
Yeah,
I don't want nice
We've already expressed it. It's easy access for the A419.
However...
Go on.
No comma. The real reason for the email is to invite John to the student radio at Swindon New College.
Lovely.
For it needs help and isn't really that well done.
And you like corporate work. Let's be honest. You're with the boys. They're going to sort you out.
It's got to be good bunts, I'll tell you that now.
Absolutely.
Nobody's fool.
He's a pleb.
Now, I'm quite excited at this point. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll open my skills up to the people of Swindon New College.
For a fee. ...
And I don't think Russell will come because he's too busy and important. But John will do. As long as people don't mistake him for a dolphin.
Well, that's a lovely, quirky little... Well, we prefer you, actually. Don't rip it, John!
Yeah, eat that, Sam Schaefer in Melksham.
No, Sam
And
Schaefer.
everybody at the new college.
No! Oh, my God.
I might pop in when I move to Swindon, but you're going to have to be nicer than that.
Oh, that's horrific.
We're getting good Am I Normals in.
Go on, then. What's yours before we do those?
Well...
Don't forget, text us 6... You listen to Russell Howard and Jon Richardson, by the way. Hope you're very well. Have an excellent Sunday. Text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with all the quirky little habits you feel compelled to do. What's yours, love?
This one come to me when I was on the coach this morning.
Here we go. This is going to be great. I'm guessing this is going to be tinged with misanthropy. Go on.
Well, no, there was issues with what I would do to people if I had the chance.
Yeah,
you can't snore on a coach. You're keeping everybody up. Oh, God, he went to sleep. So people who snore get to sleep really easily.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
great,
gets on my nerves.
Oh, I love it.
People who don't snore can't sleep, and people who do, like, we were driving over speed bumps and through chicanes, and people were screaming, and still.
What? Hang on, screaming? Where did he drive?
Well, I was creating an image.
Oh.
Anyway, whenever I drive past, like, you know, when there's a building that's got dilapidated and it's all boarded up,
Yes.
I slightly lament the fact that I'm not homeless, so that I could go and live in it.
God.
It'd be cool to
So-
live in one of them, wouldn't it?
So troubled.
You know, when you come out of a train station, there's loads of them. Near train depots, there's loads of, like, boarded up little cabins, and you think it'd be really cool to just stay in it for a night.
Yeah.
Just one night. Because no plumbing or anything. Do you want to read that text a little bit more, Mr. Professional?
No, it's a
Is that
text.
your word of the day? Is it professional?
What I was getting was the text that you sent me last night from the train, I think.
Oh, right, I
Which
see.
I was trying to find out what it said. So hang on a minute. So you like the idea, you lament the fact that you have somewhere to live so that you could be almost like a sexual romantic hobo looking for somewhere to
I
put
quite
down.
like, when I'm on the train, I'm very often looking out of the window for cubby holes and, like, bits of overgrown shrubbery that you think, well, I could camp behind that and have a
Good
proper
Lord.
little camp out.
Really?
Yeah. I know I'll get bored of it after a day.
But you can move on, that's the beauty of you.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Well, you see yourself as sort of a king of the tramps in many ways, don't you? Because you split
No.
up didn't you split up a fight?
Oh yeah, I split up a tramp fight, but the tramps didn't thank me for that. They tried to turn the fight on me because I didn't understand their territory issues.
What happened? I can,
Well, they
I
were
can vaguely
fighting.
remember the story.
They were fighting because one tramp had gone onto another tramp's patch, and I don't think they meant his wet patch. I think they meant, like, his territory for
Yeah.
collecting.
Yeah.
So the way they resolved this was by one of them kicking the other one in the head. So I went over to pull Tramp A off of Tramp B,
Yes.
and I thought other people would help, and they didn't. So Tramp A and Tramp B and Tramp C, who was refereeing, all turned on me.
I found the text. It says, I said, have a great journey. And John went, I will. This is not going to be fun. No fun at all. 80 miles north of Newcastle and working out who to kill first. ... How scary is that? I got that about 2 in the morning.
Mouthy Australian backpacker girl trying to talk to everyone. You're not getting the hint from the fact that you keep having to start new conversations. Nobody wants to talk to you.
Oh, see, we're so different. That'd be great. Imagine that. A lovely...
Yeah, I'm going to London. We're all going to London. This is the London coach.
Yeah, how exciting is that? Yeah, I'm going to London. Fair go. Brilliant. Let's have a chat.
Someone emailed in.
Do you
I
know
can't find who
Pippa?
it was.
Hey, why
Oh,
do they never?
God.
Why do they never pay for drinks at Alf's place? Well, it's an interesting point. You have loads of interesting chats. Have you
That's
met-
not real. Home and away.
What you talking about?
It's not real.
Shut
it's
up,
fake.
John. Well, this fuck's a joker.
Someone emailed in, I can't find it, but to say that they hate when people talk to them. Oh, I just said hate when. Ooh.
God,
I feel
oh
a bit
dear.
sick. They hate it when
Yes.
people talk to them randomly on the train.
They hate it.
I hate it. People ask you one question and that's kind of feeling you out. And if I give a short shrift, one-word answer,
Which I'm guessing you do.
that's me saying, I'm
Which
not
is-
being rude, I will answer your question, but I do not want a conversation.
I've got a lovely image now of just a beautiful old woman, maybe in a floral dress.
Beautiful old woman.
Yeah, yeah. Are you going anywhere special this year, dear, for holidays or something? And you look at her back and go, do not look at my face, old lady. Do not look at my face.
I would never do that. I talk to old women because I think they're probably lonely. It's people, it's backpack, just people who are happy.
Let's hear it here first. John will not speak to him. You need a hug. We said it last week, we said it again. You need somebody just to wander up. I'm going to put you on a dating
I just
website.
need everyone to back off a bit, alright?
Yeah, but I disagree. I think you need people to come to you and realise that you'll be a lot better if you're happy. Imagine that.
Maybe I should be Russell Brand for a day.
Yeah, oh,
Just get it all out of my system.
that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
No, I don't know. I'm not really sure.
You won't fully commit to be. You'd be the most incredible hesitant porn star ever, wouldn't you? No, not for me. No. I think I'll actually just do the plumbing.
Graham emails in.
Yes.
Says, thank you. So I'm not the only one that hates dodgy perforations on bog roll.
Lovely.
I put that fact on my profile of an internet dating
Oh
site.
my good lord.
It wasn't a success. The only replies I got
Christ.
looked like the sort of people that worked in a bog roll perforation factory.
That's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would you put that in your email dating thing?
Because you're looking for people. I mean, I have a theory that when you're young, it's happier to be in a relationship, and it's easier because you don't really know yourself.
Yes.
So all you need is, do you go to school? Yeah, I go to school. Do you watch telly when you get home? Yeah, and you're identical.
Yeah.
When you get to 40, you've really found out the niche things you're into.
Yeah, but
and
that is
therefore
not-
you've really limited your market.
I'll give you that, but the thing is, he's not into that, is he? He's into the fact that he gets annoyed.
No, but you want to marry someone who agrees with you on. You don't want because that's the sort of thing that in a marriage, the first year, it's something, differences, differences, opposites attract. 5 years into the marriage, the fact she's still buying that cheap bog roll. Listen, love, I've told you I don't like it. I will give you the extra money.
Oh my God. Did you see the anger there?
Get the perforated stuff.
You reared up then.
I'm acting. I can act as well. So
lovely.
Swindon FM, if you're writing any plays, I won't be doing those either.
Yes,
But, years into a marriage, Lee Evans has got that bit about when you first meet a woman and it's cute that the toothpaste goes down your mouth, and then 5 years in it makes you sick. It'd be the same with the bog roll. You just think, I told you I don't like it because it tears. I go to the toilet twice a day, you know that. You're hurting me twice a day, love.
No, she's not. She gets it cheap. She's not hurting you. If we got married, it'd be horrific, wouldn't it? Imagine that.
Legally.
Yeah, we'd have a cracking do. Me dancing in the middle,
you with all your celeb guests, Abby Titmus crying in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
It should have been me.
Who's that?
Abby Titmus, that's her crying voice.
That's Abby Titmus doing the impression of you. Oh, I should be in Swindon. Oh, I'm gonna have to wipe my eyes with my tits. Which is quite the trick, I imagine. If we'd never be able to settle down, would we?
No.
I hate that
we'd have to have separate wings. I think because we get on.
Well, swimmingly, yeah.
Opposites, we get on because we're different. But
I just don't get that.
Have to have
That's what I love about you.
That
you get that upset about a little thing like tiny toilet. Ugh. What are the other things that have been sent?
Am I normals? We'll wrap these up.
Yeah.
You all right, mate?
I have just a cough, love, but thanks.
All right. I care, mate.
I know you do.
And I've carefully ripped some toilet paper there for you in case you need to sneeze.
Oh, thanks very much.
Perfect squares.
It's a little bit awkward. I've spilt some Rice Krispies downstairs. Do you mind, love?
We'll discuss this later.
Oh, I'm for a smack again.
When Gordon Brown is mentioned on the telly,
yes.
If I don't sing Texture Like Sun, I feel uncomfortable for the rest of the day, Hugh in Cornwall.
I'm a bit like that with Agger when he gets the ball for Liverpool.
Well, we've had another one. What do you do?
Do.
Oh, right,
do.
Yeah. Am I normal? Whenever Charlton athletic midfielder Kishishev is mentioned by the commentator, I have to repeat the name Kishishev in the style of my dog.
In the style of a dog?
Yeah.
What, has he got a talking dog?
I assume that relates back to the sausages advert that was on years ago.
A bit like that?
Yeah, a little bit like that, yeah.
Yes, yeah. I saw Alan Shearer the other day, on that note, in a little tiny cubby hole. At the
was it a poster?
No,
in your football cupboard again.
No, it wasn't in
Hello, boys.
All right, lads.
Sorry, I was late for training.
Mr. Shearer. Why am I doing an impression of the way you talk of me? That isn't how I talk. But no, I saw where they filmed Match of the Day. How exciting is that? Tiny little room. I was at the BBC and there was just this little room ajar, and I thought, I'll go in there,
He was in a jar.
Have a mooch about. I was like, oh, Alan Shearer's in a jar. But yeah, he was there, and Laura. Really exciting. I kind of popped my head in and like, all right, and really panicked.
How do? Russell Howard,
no,
is it?
No, but I just...
You don't know what fear is.
Oh, exactly. Well, he said, Mark Lawrence said the funniest thing during the World Cup, didn't he? About Paolo Wontrop. Paolo Wontrop got the ball, and Paolo Wontrop, and I still lie awake at night trying to figure this out. But the co-commentator went, Paolo Wontrop, of course, very good basketball player, could have had a scholarship with the NBA, but instead he chose football. To which Mark Lawrence had said, yeah, he'd be a great guy to have at a barbecue. And you just don't understand what he meant by that.
My favourite Mark Lawrence comment is they had him on Beckham's Hot Shots. They were training, these kids are like 6 or 7, and Beckham's just trained him how to teach to do free kicks. And they're doing like, they get him in a little room and they say nice things to all of them. He's done like 5 and they're going, you had good bend on it, Tracy. You just got to hit it a bit harder. And then he got to this last one, this poor little fat kid, and he just went, Aaron, ordinary. And then that was it, just moved on.
He's there's something camp and yet cruel about him. He's very funny. He's like, but he's the most sinister when he doesn't realise. Like when Theo Walcott came on and made his debut, they went, young Theo Walcott, and Lawrence had genuinely went, he doesn't know what fear is, Gary. This is from Sam Schaefer, John.
Oh,
who's got back to us.
Tail between his legs, no wonder.
To fill you in, dear listeners, what's happened is Radio Swindon FM, or whatever they're called, Student Swindon.
Oh, you've just lost your job.
Yeah, nuts. They wanted John, and but they
as a last resort.
As a last resort, but but they were being really nice, and they wanted him because he's fantastic and great. And Sam Schaefer, apology to John. From Sam in Melksham. I'm sorry, John, I only said the dolphin thing, for I have a huge fear of dolphins, and believe they are the vermin of the sea, like pigeons are the vermin of the sky, and vermin are the vermin of the land. However, fee-wise, John, it would be hard, for I have no money, but I could pay you in annoying people for you, so that you could form anecdotes about them. So that's how people are willing. So like, we haven't got you any money, but watch this. I'm going to give that man a wedgie, so you can tell a fable about it later.
Hi, John. It's rent day. Well, sit down. I haven't actually got the money. I have got anecdotes,
Absolutely.
Though. So strap yourself in.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the money, John? The other day, somebody was given a sandwich that had one piece of cucumber in it. They were really cross. I'm going to need money.
I haven't got the money. And I haven't really done much this month, so here's an Alan Bennett CD. It'll have to do.
He's great, Alan Bennett, isn't he? That really kills the mood at the gym. When, you know, your iPod on shuffle, but I've lost my iPod as well. See, you look at you, that face you gave it, when you lost it, 'cause you're a fool. I don't know where it is. It's so depressing because it's people look at you normally. You're the only person. Like I told my friends about it the other day, and they looked at me like, "Oh, are you all right?" Yeah, I'll get through it. Oh, that's really bad.
You've got other friends?
A few.
Who?
I made it up. But the thing, but generally the way people react to you when you've lost your iPod is that feeling of real kind of, you're going to be all right. Do you want some CDs or something? No, I don't want any pity. But the great thing about when you're at the gym and you're very sad because you're there because you're deeply unhappy, and you're sort of running along, and it's pathetic, isn't it, going to the gym? I quite like it. And you're sort of running along, and you have some music in your head, maybe the Guillemots or something that's quite bouncy and clappy, and you're enjoying yourself. And then suddenly Alan Bennett kicks in. That really brings home just how pathetic you are. You're on a treadmill. Mother would fall down on a regular basis. Not now, Alan. Not now. I'm trying to better myself. Dad would clean up her vomit. Horrible, horrible, but brilliant at the same time. So we had any more emails in?
Can you just tell everyone that I'm 24, because we've had an email in saying...
John is 24!
Hi ho, Snotty. I want proof that John is 24 because he sounds 84.
Really?
My mate was just wondering if John is actually an old woman, as John seems like an odd name for her. Or is it just a stage name like Elton John, but worse?
Oh, that'd be a cracking niche. You should start becoming a lady on stage. Don't do that thing where you tuck it behind and go, hello! Because that'd be the freakiest. What a change in direction. If you've never seen John do stand-up, it's brilliant, but it's very kind of, it's all born out of his kind of wonderful little quirks of his brain. And if you literally came on, I'm a lady, look! Oh, God, that'd be horrible. Strangely compelling. You'd shift tickets. You should do it in a
only the once.
You should do it in a bikini. Do a gig in a bikini.
I did the last show of this year's Comedy Zone.
In a bikini?
I wore a bikini, because everyone else had stripped off naked. So I hilariously went out in 3 layers. As if to say, I'm not stripping naked, in fact I'll put more clothes on to frustrate you. And then I did my set, and at the end took it all off, and I had a bra on.
Lovely. What?
Oh God, people didn't laugh. I never felt so stupid in my entire life.
It's horrible when you find yourself in that situation. I remember we did that too. Getting someone naked's always fun though, isn't it? At college, one of the best things we ever did. My mate Gary it was his 18th birthday, and we found a potato sack. So what we did, we literally stripped him naked, about 18 of us, and then left him with this potato sack, and then went downstairs from the hill into the cafe, and he sort of sheepishly came in a potato sack. One of the best things you've ever seen. Oh, great days. Genuinely fun that was. So
I had 8 sambucas and 4 vodkas. I should point that out.
What, at the Comedy Zone?
Yeah,
Tough guy.
Yeah. Who would you be if you could be anyone? You haven't said yet.
No, Freddie Mercury, John.
Really? He's dead, mate.
Yes,
That's a quiet day, that.
Yes, but no, Freddie Mercury specifically at Live Aid. That's the most. I'm not even a Queen fan, but every time you see that, you get
Spingles.
Spingles. I get spingles. Cracking laugh there. But yeah, it's brilliant when the whole crowd are chanting it. And I can't.
Spingles.
Yeah, exactly. Once you pop, you can't stop. Brilliant. I'd love to be Freddie Mercury that day. But I don't even like Queen, because whenever I hear it, it makes me sad, because my ex-girlfriend used to sing Don't Stop Me Now, and she's got a lisp, and it was perfect and wonderful. But I still, every time...
Keep it upbeat, mate.
Sorry, John.
Christ, you're bringing me down. I'm the moody one, you're the happy one.
Sorry,
That's how it
everything's brilliant, yeah.
Back to Christ, you've still got Crispies.
Oh my God, that's the worst bit of advice you've ever given. My heart's broken. I don't know what I'm going to do. Never mind. Got Rice Krispies.
You're getting emails in left, right and centre from women saying you're fit.
Oh,
Hi,
stop
Russell.
it, John.
I can't stop bending my fingers back. By the way, you're cute. Julie from London.
Right, lovely, thank you. Bloody
Everyone loves you.
No, yeah.
Everyone in the studio loves you, don't you? Adam and Adam.
Oh, that was horrible. Sons of guns. I tell you, he does love me. Bob Dylan. I'd like to be him as well. That'd be a good one.
I started a fight at my gig last night on Bob Dylan. I asked who someone's favourite rapper was, and they said Bob Dylan, and a guy at the front got up to spark him out because he said Bob Dylan wasn't a rapper, and he said that on this song, if you listen to the lyrics, he's basically rapping.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant. Subterranean Homesick Blues, one of my favourite songs of all time.
Sue in Bristol, my kids mock my OCD tendencies, so it's given me great pleasure to hear Jon talking about toilet roll perforations. Thank you.
Excellent.
You're very welcome, Sue. Very welcome.
Meanwhile, at home at Sue's house, Mum's a weirdo, Mum's a weirdo, she's on the radio.
Which leads me nicely into Graham's Who Would You Be If You Could Be Anyone for a Day? He says, I would like to be the manager in a bog roll perforation factory. People seem to have this idea that there are separate factories for making the bog roll and perforating the bog roll. I'm pretty sure that for cost-effectiveness reasons, they probably do that at the same factory.
Fordism, John. Scientific management, my friend.
Oh, Henry Ford.
Yeah. I know all about that. Casing and all that kind of stuff.
Ford having tough times in America
They are,
at the
John.
moment.
They've lost, do you know, their profits this year, they lost £6 billion. We had
You lost your iPod, didn't you? So you know how that feels.
Yes, I do, John. I know exactly how the Ford company feel. In fact, I'm going to write them a letter.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Dear Ford.
Are you alright?
Yeah, listen, you think you're annoyed? Christ, I've lost all my tunes. Every single one of them, including that lovely song by Terence Trent D'Arby I've told no one about that I listen to quite a lot. That's the annoying thing about your iPod. You've got all those hidden mystery songs that you'll never find again because you don't remember putting them on in the first place.
I had I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner came on as I was crossing the North Bridge this week in Edinburgh.
Lovely.
And I was in quite a grumpy mood and the line came on, I gotta take a little time to look around. And I looked around and I saw Arthur's seat and I thought, yeah, thanks, Foreigner. I'm happier now.
It's great, that, isn't it? It's when your iPod gives you a little hug, a little musical hug.
Well, this morning.
Go on, John, go on.
Quite frightening. I'm on the coach, right? We know this.
We've heard about this, yeah. I mean, there was a fat lad ruining your journey. Yes.
I've pumped my iPod up, to be honest.
To get rid of that tubby hog.
But not so loud that other people can hear my music, because that too is inconsiderate.
And be honest, we've heard a lot of the belters. It's going to annoy them even more.
Yeah, well, there I am. We're going into Newcastle. I'm listening to Anthony and the Johnsons.
Lovely.
River of Sorrow. We're going over the river.
Oh, I can see you there now.
River of Sorrow.
Yes.
River of Time. I've changed the lyrics in my head to River of Time. I had a right little chuckle to myself. Almost woke the fat man up.
How lovely is that? You had a right little chuckle. Very good. Excellent fun there. I shall now text Russell. I will kill somebody on this bus.
That was before that.
Sorry, John.
It's alright.
Go on then. What else?
I'd like to be Ray Mears for a day and hopefully learn skills to sustain me and my family for Western civilization's final descent into chaos.
That'd be great. My brother watches Ray Mears all the time. I don't really get it. I mean, I like it and all that, but our flatmate Nobler watches it, but I just don't see when you're going to put those situations that, like, John very seldom leaves the flat. Like, you know, Nobler, our flatmate, very seldom leaves the flat, so I don't really see when he's going to be in the situation when he's going to have to live off bugs.
He builds a cracking den, though, on the settee.
Do you know what he started doing now? Our flatmate, right, has taken to getting drunk and then making a den for himself. And he sometimes gets so excited about the possibilities of the day that he stands on our sofa, puts his head against the wall and, oh, fun is it?
That email about Ray Mears and the final descent of civilization came from Mr. H. Might that be your dad? Is that the sort of thing he would say?
Mr. H? No, he'd call himself father.
We had an email in from someone who said, you've said that John is generally angry at the world,
yes,
and you've described your father as born on the same day as Hitler. Who would win in a one-on-one grouch match?
Oh,
your dad could kill me with his eyebrow.
Yes, he could. My dad's lovely, but mental. And it is very upset. The thing about John gets annoyed about tiny things, but I've never seen
caterpillars and that.
Yeah, but my dad used to say, like, my dad, I don't know if anyone else was a bit like this, but my dad used to make us do lots of jobs when we were little, like, really, like, dig a hole! Dig a hole for any reason. Dig that hole! Learn about becoming a man! And then we'd sort of, like, dig it, now fill it back up. What have you learnt? And to know, you know, me and my brother are really hopeless, but he used to bark such odd advice. We were once moving a gate, right? We had to lift a gate up. And my dad shouted at me, stop looking awkward. And the thing is, if you have an awkward look about you, you can't not. So I remember kind of squishing my face up to look as awkward as I could, so that when he turned around, you know, he'd obviously go, oh, that's really funny. And he punched me in the face. And it was that was even funnier. Just kind of that thing of, oh, this is going to get a laugh, this is going to get a big laugh. Bang! And my brother then going, well, that's very funny. And me on the floor going, oh, no.
And you've never looked awkward since?
No, yeah, exactly. I look awkward on a regular basis. I wish I had kind of a confident gait about me, but, you know, I tend to shuffle into a room rather than
So you were hit. It's an awkward thing hitting kids, isn't it? I wasn't sure about it until I watched Junior Mastermind this week.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Pretty much swayed me, that.
I'm like that with Super Nanny. You start watching Super Nanny, like Children are Wonderful. After 5 minutes, you're like that. Hit him, hit him. You go from Mother Teresa to Pol Pot. What made you want to strike someone on MasterChef?
No, Junior Mastermind.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
MasterChef, I was livid. Did you know, in Scotland, they have Gaelic TV on? I didn't know that happened, so I switched on to watch MasterChef Goes Large. Gaelic TV, I couldn't understand a word of it.
That'll be a cracking diary entry. Today, I tried to watch... Is it called MasterChef Goes Large?
Yeah.
Why are they trying to street up something as twee as that? Goes
Because
large!
Lloyd Grossman wouldn't do it anymore, so they've got that angry cockney who clearly used to just own a market stall. And so he does it, so he said, I'm only doing it if it's called large.
Lovely stuff. Right, let's wrap it up. Who was the last? Have we got any more of who?
Someone who wants to be Hugh Hefner. I'm a female, but I just want to know what it's like to be an octogenarian with the best sex life compared to everyone else in the world.
Fair point.
Emma Wilkinson says, I'd like to trade places with the man that got me pregnant just as I'm about to give birth, just for payback for getting me pregnant.
That'd be a horrific... Oh, that'd be a really horrible...
The old switcheroo.
Oh, yeah, and how?
I'd like to be Simon Calder for a day, travel editor of The Independent. Must be the best job in the world.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And I'd like to be Lance Armstrong for a day in the mountains of the Tour de France.
It's really quite intimidating being at Six Music, because everyone here knows a lot. And, you know, I know very... I mean, the first song I bought was SL2 on a Raggatip. And you can't really tell people about that. What was the first song you bought?
I've got Everything I Do by Bryan Adams.
Was it really? Oh, my God. I've got an image of you taking that down to an allotment or something, listening. I bet you used to go to loads of allotments, didn't you?
Didn't, my granddad had one, but I don't think I ever... There was a guy from Yate this week in the news, just north of Bristol.
Hey, what a link that was, eh?
Yeah. He's been given a 5-year ASBO, banning him from any allotment or garden, because he's been going into people's allotments and stealing their vegetables.
Really? That's fantastic. What a quirky... Oh, I found him here, actually. He's on the... Oh, God, he looks sinister as well. 18 carat crook, 76 gets 5-year garden ban for veg villainy.
Carrot, see what they've done there?
Yeah, I certainly do. God, that's great. That's really funny. What a phenomenal episode of Crime Watch that would be. Just a man... How do you flip and nick vegetables?
Well, you see, he's obviously a man who's read about 5 a day.
Yes.
And no one's told him where to get them. Maybe he doesn't believe in supermarkets. Maybe he's right on. Can't afford an allotment.
We would call him a thief. But, you can't throw that accusation around willy-nilly. He's clearly not a thief, I apologise. What's his name?
He's Philip Powner or something, is it?
Philip Powner.
I should have remembered.
He cuts a really dapper. There's a photo of him in the People today. He looks proper mad. Yeah, have you ever stolen anything from a... See, allotments are funny things, aren't they? Because I associate them with kind of, like, like quite old men who... I go to the allotment, I get away from me troubles. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? They get their name from the fact that old men go there to get away from their wives. They don't talk to each other. They just sort of the occasional nod and wink, so that they don't use words, but there's a lot meant.
Is that right? Nice. Very clever.
I made that up.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
But, you know, would you nick vegetables? Why would you do that?
I think he's probably just bored.
Bored?
Yeah.
And he thought to himself, how great would that be if your brain flipped? See, that's the future you're looking at. That kind of...
I'm never going to be a veg thief.
How do you know that? You just went crazy a minute ago. I dunked my custard cream in your tea.
In my tea.
Yeah, and you went mad.
Yeah, because now I've got crumbs in the bottom of my tea. I didn't want crumbs. I don't dip in tea. Dip in coffee, not tea.
But I can fully see you flipping when you're about 70, just writing in your diary, right, this is it, tonight's the night. I'm going to go and steal broccoli from that lady I like.
Why would I steal broccoli from a lady I like? You've not thought this through.
No, I haven't, but I can imagine you nicking veg. I'm not going to nick veg.
If someone dunks in my tea, I'll just take them down. I won't steal their vegetables.
Did he get tagged?
Although, for a long-term plan, you could give them rickets by stealing all their vegetables, so they'd be easier to track down.
That's very much...
Or not.
That's very much long-term. The good thing about rickets, you know, rubbish at football.
You don't hear that said a lot.
No, you don't. But I'm trying to think about the positives.
Oh, Michael Ricketts.
No. The good thing about rickets would be if you actually had rickets, it'd be horrible for football. You get nutmegged all the time.
Yeah.
But you'd be very good at riding donkeys. So swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
There's always a positive side to these stories.
And Blackpool needs people with skills at the moment. They've had a tough week.
What do you think about that? Were you upset that Blackpool didn't get it? Are you a gambler? Have you ever been to a casino?
No.
It was just, why did I even ask that question? As if, we go down to a casino, John. Not for me, thank you, lads. I will be going home, having some Ovaltine and thinking about what I've done today, and achieved, moreover. Plus, I've just bought an Uber tractor. I'm going to give that right good going.
I'm not a man. I can't afford to risk at the moment.
Yeah, you can.
One day, I might be able. I might put a tenner on a hoss.
I went to a casino in New Zealand, and all the money that I earned from the comedy festival, which wasn't much, it was about like sort of 600 quid. I put it all on red and won, and got 1,200. Really exciting. Like in the middle of the day, I went, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put all the money. It's a really exciting moment when you go, I've won, and then walking out, then you're really scared to think you're going to get mugged or anything like that. Ugh, it was horrible. What other stories have you seen in the news that caught your eyes?
Lavender oil.
Right.
That can cause a hormonal imbalance in men, causing them to grow booby boobs.
Really? Well, this is a little bit awkward, because that's what I've been spraying around our house.
Yes. This is what I've been meaning to, you know...
What, you got something to show me?
I have been developing a rather full breast of late.
Wow. Well, this is working out quite well. So if you spray lavender oil, maybe women have wasted money on plastic surgery and that. If they spray plastic lavender oil, their breasts would grow.
It's supposed to help you sleep, lavender.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't want to sleep that much.
But that would be great, though. Helps you sleep. How's you sleeping? It's great. Oh, my God. Those are C cup.
Yeah, look at them.
But, there was an amazing story, actually, in the Daily Mail about there's a new drug called Still Not or something. Did you read about this? Yeah. Still Not, about a sleeping pill that has bizarre side effects. Maybe, and that's kind of one of them, right? There's a woman, apparently, who put on 3.5 stone in 7 months. And she couldn't figure out why. She was taking this sleeping tablet. Yeah, and she woke up asleep, but eating from a fridge.
She woke up asleep?
Yeah.
Christ, that must be nerve-wracking.
No, there's better ways of putting that. But
morning, dear.
Yeah.
Wide awake.
She was discovered asleep, eating from a fridge, right? And there was another one. Some lady woke up with a paintbrush in her hand, and she'd painted the front door whilst asleep. And they were complaining about this, and you find yourself going, that'd be all right, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a procrastinator. How great would that be? How lovely would that be for you to wake up and find that you've alphabetized all your CDs and given Winnie the Pooh a haircut, whatever you do in your little life. But that would be great, just to wake up and notice that you've buffed your shoes and all stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I write a to-do list before bed. So,
Jesus Christ.
I wake up and find it all ticked off.
Most people get ready, have a bath, maybe think about sleeping. John goes, right, tomorrow. What's on your to-do list for tomorrow, then?
Oh, I've got a big list in my bag. Don't get me started, mate.
Well, go on.
Because I've got gigs all this week, but I've got to find a house in Swindon as well, so I can not do new radio. So I've got to do all my other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just mental.
It's not mental,
I've got to do a big budget as well.
Yeah, but the thing with you, is you don't do that. You put your to-do list. There was a lady outside. That seems slightly weird for the people listening at home, but Duke was outside and I waved and said hello. It was a bit like a Forrest Gump moment. Oh, Jenny! But your list has stuff like get up, have wash, have breakfast, doesn't it?
Yes.
But that isn't fair, because then you're always going to achieve those goals, aren't you?
Yes.
So why are you putting them on? You know you're going to get
Because then by the time you've had your breakfast, you've ticked 3 things off and you're on a roll, so the 4th comes more easily than if you woke up and you thought, I've been up an hour and I still haven't been to the bank.
Yeah, but going to the bank's fair enough, but saying have wash, that shouldn't be on the list. Everyone's going to have a wash, not everyone.
No, you don't wash.
Yeah, but, but putting on a list wouldn't help.
Special wash. Use my special lavender shampoo gel.
Yeah, exactly. Have a wash. Oh, Christ, they are growing. What are you chatting about then?
Nothing. I just called you a rude word because I noticed you put your cans on and I knew you wouldn't hear it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
I got all the tricks, mate.
Nice. The thumb trick. Can you do the thumb trick?
What's that?
Oh,
wait, it looks like your thumbs come off.
Yeah.
Well, I could do, but I find it patronising to my audience.
Let's be honest, it's not good radio.
You've been doing that at gigs.
Yeah, no, but imagine that.
Here, watch this.
Look. I'm a shaman.
Yeah, I know you got boobies.
John, I haven't got boobs.
You had boobs, didn't you? You mentioned this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, as a kid, I had one abnormal teat that grew, but I didn't plan, as the doctor put it, It wasn't boobs, it was an abnormal teat.
Right.
Apparently men are getting rid of their moobs. That was one of the things this week. Did you hear about that? More people are having plastic surgery. Oh, sounds horrible.
Do you know people are putting on weight, aren't they? Because they're getting fat.
So they can annoy you on buses.
Yeah. But they get fat and then they think, well, it's either going to take me years to lose weight or I can put on a little bit more and then I qualify for plastic surgery.
Qualify? It's not like some hideous fat
No, but
Olympics.
you've got to be so fat for a surgeon to think that you warrant plastic surgery. Otherwise they say, no, you're just slightly overweight, you need to lose some weight. If you're really fat, they say, oh, it's now, it's damaging your health.
No, you have to pay for it. Most cosmetic surgery you have to pay for that. But
even a cosmetic surgeon won't do it unless it's medically necessary.
No, of course they will. If you've got the dough, they'll pay for it.
You got big dough. If you got Russell Howard dough.
Oh,
if
no.
you got Jon Richardson, Swindon FM dough.
What would you have if you could have any surgery done? What are you having? I'd like an...
complete face ring.
Oh, stop all this. I've got a pointy face. What can I do? You look great. I'd like an eyebrow raised. Just a really permanent, quizzical kind of, sort of like eyebrows. So you just, hello. That'd be pretty cool. No?
What if you ever get mugged? Give me your wallet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. Not with this eyebrow. No, you'd sort of strike fear. Like maybe a cut down one side of my face. Makes yourself look tough.
This is a terrible idea.
No, I think it'd be quite good.
What if you ever get married? Russell, do you take this woman? Let me see.
No, exactly. It's going to look bad. It sounds horrible, though. A lot of people are into liposuction and stuff like that, but it doesn't really get rid of your weight. But it's horrible, because what it is, it's like, and, you know, if people are eating at the minute, this isn't going to be desperately pleasant. But what they do is, the description, they put a hot wand up your arse.
Paul Daniels used to do that.
Yeah,
That's why he lost his job at the Beeb.
Yeah, a hole. What are you doing? What on earth are you playing at?
I'm Debbie McGee.
Yeah, exactly. But a hot wand up the anus, and it removes fat, which sounds like something Voldemort would do. You know, if you ever caught Harry mucking around. Sorry to say that. Oh, that's rude, isn't it? I shouldn't say. But let's not be afraid of a name. Hey, that's coming out soon. That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
July, is it?
Yeah.
No, I'm telling the truth.
Are you? Oh, dear God.
I'm really sorry. Everyone.
That's all right. It's fine. So, what was the news story you were going to say then?
About people being scum and that.
If you like, yeah.
46% of people are still using mobile phones while driving.
Oh, here we go. This is a thing that gets your goat, doesn't it, John?
Really gets my goat, Russell.
Yes.
A woman nearly careered into me getting onto the motorway the other day.
Yes.
You know when there's two lanes to come onto the motorway?
Yeah.
One of them is a broken line, because that lane is going on the motorway, but the other one is far left, and is an unbroken double white line.
Yes.
Careered right across, practically into this, would have hit the side of my car. Just careered into it. Chatty, phony. And I had to brake rapidly, and I would have blown my horn, except she would have panicked and dropped her phone and driven into a cow and killed everyone.
What was a cow doing on the road?
Well, she'd have gone into a field and, do you know why you're using your phone? Is it cake? No, it's not cake. Is it knitting? No, it's not knitting. Just, how are you on the road like that? Where are you going? If there's a convention, get someone else to drive you to it. You don't be on the roads. You're putting my life at risk.
I love you. What's great is the idea they went, oh, it's probably... That just shows the genuine archaic thoughts in your mind that you went, bloody hell, we're nearly killed. She's probably going to a convention. Who thinks that?
She looks like that.
Who's first? She's probably going to a Star Trek do. What kind of convention was this lady going to?
If an old woman sort of nearly drives into me, I'll go, do you know why you're driving, love? And then I go, is it cake? And I go, no, it's not cake. Well, I thought it was cake. No, it's not cake, it's driving. Oh, goodness. And I like that out, and it helps me get rid of my rage. Otherwise, I've started losing. I never used to flash or... but since I got these new breasts, I'm just more confident in my body. I never used to flash people or, I was going to say finger people, or give them the V's.
God.
I never used to do any of that, but now I'm really angry, so I have to find ways, because there was a guy in London who, someone cut them up, he cut someone up.
What are you on about? Just calm down and tell your story. You've been flushing, cutting people, go on.
This guy cut someone up, and the woman called him a nasty name, because he cut her up. He got out of his car and stabbed her to death, because he disrespected her.
Right.
Now that's the roads we live in. I can't afford, I'm not strong enough to go around flicking the V's, so I have to find ways to vent my anger, because everyone on the road is an idiot.
That's correct. On the flashing story, there's a kid in I was trying to find the story in Somerset. It could be you actually, but
there's a story that there's a kid in Somerset. No, slow day for the news.
There's a just send it in. He's 8, but there's a phantom phantom flasher who apparently rides his bike and then shows ladies his jewels. And they've given ladies in the area a camera to catch him. So they've just been handing out cameras so they can catch him. But apparently what he does, he coughs just before he does it, which has got all the hallmarks of something you'd do. Isn't it just on your bike? If I'm flashing, we're all looking. I'm not doing it randomly. I need an audience. So I put that to you that you're the Bristol Flasher.
Right, well I would staunchly deny that remark. No, see, nothing happened.
You're not gonna...
I'm not getting my chaps out for no man.
Chaps?
Yeah.
Flipping heck. We're talking about time travel now. Where we go and why. This is a part of the section. Every week we travel back, or we very seldom go to the future, do we?
I went forward last week for the first time.
You did, correct. And when we had We Are Clan guesting, I think they went to the future. But I always go to the past.
Well, I've gone to the past this week.
Don't forget, text us 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. Anywhere you'd like to travel and why. This is always a fantastic part of the show. John, where are you going, my friend?
Well, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going back to anyone like really famous. So I've picked Henry VIII.
Oh, good guy.
I think we'd get on.
Do you reckon Henry VIII ever went, God, I've got a big face? Have you seen a face unpacking? I have, Henry. Stop showing off.
I think. Do you reckon he's proud of his face? It was probably one of those things back then. It was quite good to have.
But that's what they used to do, didn't they? When they used to do paintings of people, like Oliver Cromwell, pick me warts and all, he famously said. But that was the thing that you
didn't know he's from the north.
Yeah, yes, he was. Yeah, he used to do like when he said things, he'd do impressions.
Aye, don't forget to pick me warts and all.
Yeah, exactly. Fair do. Oh, I look right manky in that. But yeah, they used to, you know, like paint used to look more plump and fat because it was a sign of
wealth,
prosperity. Exactly. Doesn't work anymore now. You know, now we suck each other in. Oh God, we don't do that. Have you been airbrushed ever? You don't need airbrushing.
I've had my hair cut.
Yeah, he has. He had a cracking do done, haven't you? Where'd you get that done, love?
I can't remember what the place was called.
I've been trying to get you and me to go down the hairdressers for ages.
Yeah, but you go to posh places, eh?
No, I didn't. I went there.
You went to that one run by a celebrity in Bristol, didn't you, Russell?
No, I didn't, right?
Yes, you did, didn't you, Russell?
I
yes,
didn't. No,
you
we
did.
get points to that, right?
I'm going to have my hair cut. Don't no one watch where I go.
Yeah, well, exactly. How freak is this? So I went there to get my hair cut, right? And I look outside, and John is stood outside the window watching me.
Was a Cape Fear moment.
Oh, it was terrifying.
Glad I bought that Mac.
You could just see him out there, yeah. Oh, God, he showed me his laughing baby. But he was just stood outside, just like pointing at it. There he is, look, getting his hair cut.
I'm fascinated by people like you who have hair that can be put into different positions.
Yeah.
Like my hair grows until I get laughed at and then I have a cut. But yours can do, because whenever I go to the hairdresser, I get nervous. Like, people like you lot can go in and go, yeah, give me a Barcelona swirl with a Jimmy D undercut and a 2-3 whiz. Do you know what I mean?
Barcelona swirl. Yeah, and they know exactly what we mean when we say
well, no, that's what
Barcelona. Yeah, exactly. Give me a Milan fluff.
Yeah.
Give
me a TJ Wingle. No fluff, yeah? Because I go in and I sit down and they say to me, what do you want? And that is the equivalent of me taking my car to a mechanic and them going, right, what's wrong with it? I don't know, look at it. It's broken, fix it.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy on
But see, my mum loves your hair. Isn't it curly? Whenever John comes around my mum's house, my mum likes to touch his hair and go, let me touch it one more time, Curly. She calls him Curly.
It's very popular with older women, my hair, because they have to pay to look like me.
And when you're an old man, they don't. Yeah, how great would that be? Would you like a TJ swirl? If you could give me a Jon Richardson, I'd very much like that. You know, I'd love to be as pedantic and angry as him. Is it cake? Your hair's great.
It's ridiculous. It's
great.
Horrible. It grows outwards. Every hair on my head grows at 90 degrees to the scalp.
It's great. You look like a hairy lollipop. It's fantastic.
That's fantastic for you. All my friends have always said, oh, I like your hair.
Yeah.
But that's because they haven't got it. It's like everyone likes a dog that runs into doors. But you wouldn't want to be a dog that ran into doors.
You leave Sniffy out of it. He's long gone. I had a fantastic... But in the hairdressers... Because basically it's run by that girl that used to be from Big Brother. What's her name?
I said celebrity, which might have been a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know her name.
Helen.
Yeah, it's that Helen girl that... Yeah, she runs a salon in Bristol. And it's... I didn't go there. I just went there because
Yes, you did go there. That's a blatant lie.
Listen, I went there because it was nearest. I didn't go there so I could get my hair cut by...
It was nearest where we happened to be.
Yes!
Come and meet me down the old road.
Oh, yeah,
we're meeting there,
that's exactly what I did.
We never meet there, Russell. No, I just fancy it.
Let's go down Snuffler's Alley. What, near that celebrity place? Yeah.
And then you went in and you had your little appointment, and then no doubt they said, I can't do nothing for you till 5 o'clock. I don't care who you are. Stop pointing at yourself in Heat magazine. It doesn't become you.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you went, well, I shall just go to the gym for 3 hours then.
I went there and she didn't cut my hair. It was another girl who was very nice, but blessed with the lowest intellect of anyone I've ever met in my life. It was great. She was washing my hair, like chewing and that. And, so what you doing later? And I was like, oh, I might go to the cinema. Like, so that'd be fun. What you gonna see? And I went, oh, I don't know. I might watch Last King of Scotland. What's that about? It's about Idi Amin and you know, revolution in Uganda and stuff like that. And she genuinely looked at me and went, wow. I like the cinema. Brilliant. What are you going to see? And then she said this. She went, I'm either going to see Rocky or something Balboa. I don't know which. And at that point, you kind of go, well, we can't really have a chat now. It's going to be hideously awkward. And she was really... And then she lost it about Sylvester Stallone. She was washing my hair, had her hands, like, digging into my head, going, I hate him, no mind. Sylvester Stallone. Always pulling that same face. I'm like, mate, you're not Rocky. What a cocky idiot. And he sort of sat there going, all right, okay, leave me alone. Very scary.
But you're happy with your haircut?
That's fine. I think your hair's great. Where'd you get it done?
I can't remember what it was called, but I walked in and the only magazine on the rack was loaded.
Yep.
And I thought, I'm getting shot back inside here, whatever I ask for.
Looks very nice.
Sure enough.
So I interrupted you. So you're you're going back in time with Henry VIII.
Well, to Henry VIII, because he's not around currently.
Yes.
Now, I have a number of sayings that I do.
You do?
In certain situations that I thought might catch on.
I know all of these. Oh, this is a dear do.
A dear do, I say that quite a lot.
Not for me.
That's not me, that's
Stand
you.
back, I'm going to get me cock out.
Again, these are phrases that you've invented that I say, but things like when I drop...
Oh, what's a pair of bananas?
Oh, well, I'm always saying that.
Exactly.
Can't see that Mr. Man from Del Monte anymore.
Yes.
If I drop something, for example, I will say, oops. What will I say, Russell?
Put that down there. No, actually what you'll say is, put that down there for now.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
If I drop something, I'll say, I'll pop that down there for now.
Yeah.
Right, it covers the awkwardness.
Oh, sausage meat.
Oh, I do say that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sausage meat is a better example.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to Henry VIII's times, and I think if Henry VIII used it, it would have caught on by now, and I wouldn't look so weird for using it.
That would be great, wouldn't it? Just old historians. And then Henry VIII said,
Yeah.
oh, sausage meat.
Yeah.
I've dropped a chicken leg down there. Put that down there for now.
Like when his
what
wife-
I wouldn't give for a good stationer's. It would be fun to... I met this chap with the most ridiculous hair I've ever seen in my life. Came up to me, we had a cracking day. Sausage me.
I was thinking more like, I thought of Henry VIII because when his wife's head gets chopped off, he could go, oh, just pop that down there for now.
Absolutely.
And then that'd be like, because historians would remember that because it's relevant. And then it will catch on, and then when I do it, I wouldn't look so weird. People just stare at you when you say stuff like that.
Well, they do if you shout out sausage me. If you drop...
Get into a lot of awkward situations making jokes with people who don't expect you to, like till attendants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they don't expect you to make a joke, they assume you're serious.
Well, that refers us to the curry that went bad, which is one of the best dinner party stories. We went for a curry with these people, with our friend Craig and a couple of girls whose names are Siobhan and I don't know the other girl's name. It's really rude. But we were having a curry and just having a chat and stuff, and you were dying, weren't you?
I was dying on my arse.
Every comment he made got nothing. It was very rarely happens to you because you're really funny. But then he resorted to doing impressions of this tells a lot about the comedic ego. John was telling stories, getting no laughs whatsoever, and then one of them said that they liked the League of Gentlemen. So John did about 5 impressions from the League of Gentlemen and started getting laughs again. So you spent the entire curry experience just doing that, didn't you?
Well, you know, lowest common denominator.
It was very funny.
Honestly, my Freudian references were getting nothing. Where you going time travel, Russell?
Where I'm going, mate, I'm going back to when I was 7 years old and I learnt to ride my bike. What a moment. Because I'm not sure if it was me, but I want to travel back. I was thinking about this the other day because I seem to remember everyone in our little sort of cul-de-sac being out ready to watch me because I did a little sort of circle of the houses. And everyone kind of cheering because I've finally learned how to do it, and I'm not so sure if there were that many people there, but I can very vividly remember just riding my bike without my stabilisers, think I'm doing it, I've become a man, and I even put one hand off the handlebar, which was unheard of as a 7-year-old, to wave at the crowd. And I think it was the moment when I was the most happiest in my life, so I'd quite like to go back to that moment.
How big is this crowd in your head?
I see, well, that's
You're
the thing.
picturing like a grandstand, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I've built it up. I think I honestly think there were 5 families out waving. They'd heard. I don't know
Big
how.
families round your way.
I don't know how they heard of it. My mum must have gone, today's his moment. Yeah, he's going out on his chopper. Yeah. He's going to run down. Please don't, please. He's going to get the laughing baby out. But, yeah, really exciting. You know, those moments, that's one of the things I'm going to do, just to see how fun that would be. The other is I'm going to go back to 1992. My brother was in playing football, penalty shootout, right? He kicked the ball, struck the post, broke him, and it was on home video, and you could see him melting before you, and you're like, oh no, my little brother's just missed, and his team, they lost the cup final on penalties. when he was 12, like a five-a-side tournament, because he hit the post. And what I'm going to do is pop back in time, just move the post slightly to the left so it can fly in. What do you mean I can't do it?
You can't. Your brother...
You're getting Henry VIII to say sausage me? I can move a goalpost.
Yeah, but you see, I'm making the world a better place by doing that. You're depriving your brother of probably the most valuable lesson he's ever learnt.
Oh, God, here we go again. We have to learn woe. I've said it before, your parenting's going to be so bleak, isn't it? Dad, what is the dog? Dogs die.
Yeah?
Dogs.
What are you going to tell it? If he's like 15, your brother was 12. He needs to learn that not everything turns out the way you want.
No, but it would have been much easier if it had just gone in and then he could have been the hero.
No. Not having it.
You're not having it, why?
Because then he's learnt a lot then. The job he's got now is fairly successful, your brother. It might be through the drive that he has picked up through having that one thing he really wanted that he never got. I, for example, wanted an a la carte kitchen and never got one.
That's correct.
I wouldn't go back and get one because now I know that I'm a stronger man for not having cooked plastic beans.
Hey, I tell you, how exciting would it have been if you travel back to Henry VIII's time, right? You get there, go, right, I'm going to be telling you sausage, and I've travelled back just before, and I've popped a little a la carte kitchen there.
Yeah?
You'd have a go on that then, wouldn't you?
Steal my thunder, would you?
Oh, I'm just trying to help. Christ.
They don't have plastic.
They don't have plastic. They
Not
will.
in
That's
Henry
gonna...
VIII's days.
Yeah, I'll bring it back, mate. That's one of my things. That'd be great if I've travelled back to see Henry VIII and I've given him a couple of phrases, and then you'd smell a rat, wouldn't you? If he starts,
I do that.
If he started kind of saying a few things I say, I don't even know. I haven't really got catchphrases. But
Skidder!
I don't say skidders.
You do say that.
I look down at my pants, noticed I've skidded them, and go, skidders!
Well, I'm glad you can admit that on national radio.
Oh.
Let's have a song. This is Russell's view on skidders. It's Another One Goes By the Walkmen.
You introducing songs off the back of my skids.
Well, you wouldn't have done that joke. It's about skidders. Another One Goes By.
I haven't got skidders.
And every day you never skidder.
I've never said that. You listen to Six Music, I haven't got skidders. I'll take my pants off and show you now. Actually, I won't. They're white. Right, Another One Goes By.
They used to be white.
Stop it, for the love of God. Now, we've had a text in here that says, hello, you listen to Russell Howard on the Six Music.
It's a weird text.
With, yeah.
Someone's writing your show for you, mate.
Well, they are. There's a man outside dancing. Oh, he's gone. I'm here.
You have to stop doing that.
I know, such a magpie, I can't shiny
Tunnel
stuff.
vision, mate, tunnel vision. I'm going to get you some of them horse things that just limit your vision.
You're not giving me stirrups. I'm here with
Not again.
The laughter you hear there is Jon Richardson. He's my co-host. He's a good guy. We've had a text in that says, hi Russell and John, where has arguably the most talented member of the trio gone? A certain Mr. Sam. The show just can't work without him. That's from Colin in Scotland. Now, I'll tell you where he's gone. Sam isn't going to be in the studio anymore because he is, every week he's going to be doing like an Eye on Britain Hero of the Week type feature, and this is his first one. So this is especially for you, Colin in Scotland. Here we go.
Thanks, Russ. I'm here in Wakefield to begin a series of features I like to call Local Heroes. This is where we at Six Music salute the gems of the community, the local heroes, men and women, that you believe should have their own story told. If you do have a hero, please email ariandreamboat@sixmusic.com with who and why. With me for the first episode here is Alfred Solomon. Alfred has worked on his own farm for over 60 years. Alfred, would you like to tell me why the people of Wakefield have voted you their local hero?
Right, well that would be the shooting.
The shooting? Perhaps you should elaborate for those that didn't read about it.
So there is 3 young kids, right, and as you can see I'm not a young man.
But you are still a unit.
I'm still a unit, yes. So these guys thought that they could come into my house and take my jewellery, and my wife has been dead 7 years, Al.
Right.
Ask me how.
What?
Ask me how she went.
How did your wife...
She was clubbed to death by robbers.
The lady at the post office said she died naturally.
So these kids thought they could have an easy ride with old Alf Solomon, but they guessed wrong. Dead wrong. They're the scum of the earth and I'm no easy
Oi, language, can you please not swear? This is the BBC and we might have music-loving children listening. I should point out the reason why you were so famous back when it happened was that you shot 2 of the robbers despite taking a wood axe to the head. Then you went out to shoot pheasant?
Never had a problem with shooting. A real man can defend his home even if they think he's a dangerous nutter. A nutter, they called me. Well, I hope they're no different now I shot them 2 boys.
But sources in the village, they certainly backed you, and you were voted News of the World Man of the Year in 1999.
Never had a problem with shooting.
You were criticised.
Communism is a scourge. Commies or hippies, always criticising. The average man down the pub, he knows. Never had a problem with shooting. Pheasants, dogs.
Am I right in thinking that you barely go out?
I play a lot of cards, I've got the weakest link, and of course I love shooting. Do you know what my favourite shoot is?
Duck?
No.
Pheasant?
Labrador. Nothing like seeing its little legs go around when you get a clean headshot. Oh, blows its head right off.
Good God. You're... Yeah, more from Alf in part 2.
Of course, if you wing them or hit them in the neck and they don't go down properly, they're all over the place.
Oh, please, are you going to get dressed at some stage?
No.
Please, just put something on.
No.
I'm here in Wakefield, Yorkshire, with the town's resident vigilante.
I'm not a vigilante.
Okay, with the town's local man of the minute.
You're trying to make me look stupid, aren't you?
Well, no.
All right, Flyboy, you have these 3 teenage robbers break into your house and make off with your dead wife's jewellery. What do?
I call the police.
Wrong. The Rosses are a waste of space. Why send them to some cushy prison where they can watch Richard and Judy all day and paint murals before they get up early and stab me in my sleep?
You seem to be sweating quite a lot.
Angina. I shot one in the back and one in the ass. Served him right.
In the...
Yeah, I was surprised but happy.
What about the third?
No, he was no use. Got him in the spine and he went all funny. Like a rabbit in a trap he was.
Oh, good Lord.
That's the trouble with you flower people. No guts.
No guts? But you didn't let one of them go, did you?
I did.
Did you?
Well, they were chained to the radiator for 3 days, if that's what you mean. The fat one, Barry, said he expected to die. But I can't blame him, really. He did cry like a baby.
You're not very well, are you?
Oh, I'm ill. I'm very ill indeed.
But you're not really a hero, are you?
All farmers are heroes, flower man.
You told me before we started recording, you said you made them kiss.
Like I told you, I'm not a homophobe.
Do you have any regrets at all?
Wish I'd seen the cold snap coming in January as it happens. My turnips are ruined.
Well, Alfred Solomon, thank you. That's all from Heroes of Britain this week here in Wakefield. Back to Russell and John in the studio.
So there you go, that's what Sam's been up to. Every week you'll hear more about Heroes of Britain. Every week he's going to be having a look at the people in the world that we think in some way are weirdly heroic. That was Alfred Solomon this week, who killed people. So, time travel. John, what have we got? We've had some emails in. We've had loads. Thanks very much, by the way, for emailing in. I've got one here that says, I'd travel back to the time of Mary Antoinette, where all the dresses... this is from Diane, I think great for it, from Dave. Wear all the dresses, eat lots of extravagant food, oh, you like the sound of it already, dance through the night, etc. But I'd bail out before the revolution hit home, back to the safety of my terraced house in Northampton, hoping that I hadn't changed the course of history. Alternatively, I'd sample a bit of the 70s. A bit of hedonism is what, I'd be looking for, I reckon.
How did she type that burp? How did she spell that?
She just popped the burp in there, John. She
Yeah?
just popped the burp right in.
Right.
You could do with a bit of hedonism. That'd be great. I was saying with that earlier. We could.
I don't need no nism.
Yeah, you do. We should rock out and go on to like a Six Music like lads night out. It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 'cause we're all lads and that. We'll pop some tabs, shall we, and listen to some acid house.
Well, the Huddonator, we can just
yeah, we can
pick off his scraps or something.
cruise a few of his chicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you go out on the razzle dazzle?
Everywhere.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
damn right.
Exactly. We can hoover up some snacks.
Look out everywhere.
Yeah, because we're coming.
Yeah,
You'll
I'm
recognise
probably not
us.
going to come, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm quite busy this week.
Oh, you can turn up. You can wear them chinos you've got.
Yeah, I
Hello,
bought them special as well, didn't I?
Ladies, have you ever seen hush puppies that are painted gold? Are you painting those with a gold pen? Don't look at my face. So, we got any time travels in, John?
Yeah, have you finished?
Yes, mocking you.
Yeah, thanks very much.
That's all right.
We had one in a lovely email in from Scarlett. John, have you ever put Get Laid on the list and been able to tick it off?
Oh.
Thanks for that, love. 12p, so who's the fool? You are.
Yeah,
Stinky.
that's exactly what he said in between, isn't it? He did say that. He just said, you're the full stinky.
Stinky Bon.
Who was that, Scarlett, that sent that in?
Yeah, Scarlett.
That Scarlett, you genuinely broke him off air. He said he was very upset with what you... I'm not going to repeat what he said, but, you know, don't ever do that to him again, Scarlett. You really hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
Go on, John, what else you got?
A heartache.
Did you put that on the list?
We've got Lisa,
Yep.
who emails in to say I'd travel back to the 1970s when everyone had long hair. Imagine the hilarious scenes you'd witness out on the street on a windy day.
Oh, that's a fair point. I saw a man chasing a wig the other day. It was great.
We've had. I'm a Canadian travelling through Europe.
Why did you listen to our show?
Pretty cool start to the email. I came across the time travel segment, and as I'm currently travelling in real time, this piqued my interest, and I thought I'd give it some thought.
Yes.
I'd go back to 1984 to rethink my hairstyle.
What? That is a massive disappointment. Of all the things he's experiencing the world, he's learning about
There's another
himself.
one, and for a start, it's a lady. They're allowed to travel too, Russell.
Okay.
A little bit sexist. They've got rights now, and the vote, so you better watch out, or they'll vote you off. It's like Weakest Link for them. It's nice.
Is it? Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I travelled back to yesterday to slap myself shopping in Asda. I was feeling pathetic looking at all the Valentine's stuff, and so I bought Prime on DVD.
Again, excellent store video that would be, wouldn't it? Just to see some lady smack herself in the face.
I haven't watched Prime.
Hey?
I know nothing about Prime. Sounds like it should be about a monkey with like a disease that kills people.
If it's about a monkey with a disease that kills people, chances are I know about it.
Prime Hate. God, I'm going to make that film. Prime Hate. Rawr.
Oh my god! Well, I don't quite know what happened there. That was an impression of an angry monkey.
Yeah.
Prime Hate. So
Attacking a man.
What's going to make the monkey flip, John?
Oh,
Do the voiceover for the film. Right, I'm a cinema guy. I'm in the film. What's this trailer? What's this trailer going to be?
Monkeys. People didn't know what happened, but they just went mental.
Oh, who've you got doing it now? Bernard Manning?
Yeah, Bernard Manning's doing it.
How to? This is a film about monkeys. It gets right scary. Look, he's on a tyre, beating himself off, but look at his eyes. The revolution's hitting home.
Someone's moved his favourite banana. He's not happy about it. He knows he's got teeth. He's finished his cup of tea. I did like them tea commercials.
He's moved a piano. Next he'll move you lot.
Do you get, you're oh, that sounded harsh. You're probably going to be single for Valentine's Day this year.
Okay, yes.
Well, oh, come on, you spent all bloody episode going, no, it's my heartbreak. So, you know.
Yes, I'm going to be on my own.
Are
on
you
Valentine's.
bothered about it?
Yeah, massively.
Are you?
Yeah, of course I'm.
Are you?
I'd love a girlfriend.
Yeah, but for Valentine's Day, that specific day, is it going to... Because she's implying that it feels worse to be single on Valentine's Day.
Oh, no, not really, no. Well, the best Valentine's Day I had last year, I had a meal with my friends Dan and Danny in Edinburgh. He cooked us an incredible meal of steak, lettuce, baked bread, and...
Did you put beans on it? I cooked you a lovely steak once, and what did you do,
I
Russell?
put beans on it. I fancied beans.
Cooked a little tin of beans and poured those over the steak I'd grilled.
He went mental. He went absolutely ape. It
Honestly,
was great.
you try and cook him nice food, and it's a completely pointless exercise. You would genuinely, I just don't understand it. You would genuinely sooner have a bowl of Rice Krispies.
No, I wouldn't. I fancied beans with it. It was lovely.
You can't have beans with a steak.
I can. That's the way I rock.
I would travel back to the 40th, see how I'm moving on. I would travel back to the 14th century to be a gentleman of means and leisure so that I could walk around with a dueling sword. Nice belter, Russian Dave.
Oh, that sounds great.
Cracking email. It was a nice belter.
I'd like a dueling sword.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna challenge? What's gonna get you beef?
Oh, nothing really annoys me. I'd quite like to...
Something annoys you.
What annoys me? Let me
Talk for a minute, I'll think.
What annoys me about the world?
Ethnic minorities in it with you.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Where the hell did that come from?
Thank goodness it's about the end of the
We
show.
had 4
Can we not
minutes-
run with this?
With 4 minutes to go, and you've accused me of being a racist. Where the hell did that come from?
All that stuff you were saying this week about the party that you
Oh,
were
what?
for the
Shut up,
elections.
John. Really? What the? Apologise to the nation.
I apologise to the nation for your beliefs.
John, seriously. We had a massive week last week. We cannot have this.
We had a quiet week last week.
Big boy, apologise.
I am sorry.
Careful.
Exactly.
I'm being very careful. Am I?
Yes.
Let's all go and have a cake and put beans on it.
Well, this is the most, the tensest end to the show ever. Now it's time for the yeahs and turn into. We'll be back next week. Things may have happened.
Yeah, I'll be doing a recorded piece from outside the studio, I would have thought.
That'd be great. You can film your monkey film. But
I'm
yeah,
going to do that. And then you'll be sorry.
I won't.
When Prime hits screens across this country.
Then I'll be sorry. The weirdest thing, I had a chat with someone at a gig yesterday, and in Nottingham, and I said, "Oh, are you the bloke that made me a sandwich?" And this bloke just went, "You wish." like this, I was harbouring some fantasy. Like I'd be angry if you made an excellent film called Monk Hate.
You wouldn't be in it, though.
Of course I won't be in it. It'll be about monkeys, wouldn't it? Right, let's get you home and to bed, you grumpy git. This is Turned Into by the yeahs. Have a fantastic Sunday. It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from John.
Toodles.
Toodles. See you later, Trevor.
BBC 6 Music.